Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Happy Friday, and welcome to this week's Alpha Leaks. I'm back after a fantastic week in Denver and San Francisco. I did hear that Armand had some fun with the entry music last week with the French national anthem, so I figured it only fair that we put that right today. Now, quite a lot to get through on today's call. Of course, the most important piece is how was NearCon and ETH Denver. So I actually did something new whilst I was over there. I was recording some videos each day, which I think almost killed my marketing team of shock. But it was a fantastic conference. It was extremely well organized. The structure was much better, having kind of a targeted audience that are actively building in the space or contributing to the ecosystem. Was a great call, from NF, and of course, lots of updates were shared. So, if you're not familiar with what was announced last week, I'll kind of give you a bit of a run through on the most exciting bits that I saw. So, of course, one of the big announcements was the turning on of fees for near intents. This is obviously going to be extremely beneficial to everybody in the ecosystem, which might sound paradoxical, right? Because fees generally is something users don't like, but actually what it does, and Alex explained this flawlessly during his speech, but what it basically does is it puts buying pressure, on Near, and what it's doing is allowing them to buy back Near tokens from the market, which will of course be great for the token and therefore everybody holding the token and the ecosystem in the long run. More importantly than this, it builds a sustainable model for future development work that's happening within near intents. And of course, it mirrors what we were already doing with the widget, with the introduction of fees, because we too, charge fees on the widget as a mechanism to ensure that we can continue developing and continue adding new features. Now, in addition to that, Near announced Einclaw, so the always-on AI agent, which can actually run inside the encrypted enclaves, right? So this is, again, part of the big push towards privacy. We saw the release of confidential intents as well. This is going to be hugely valuable to projects moving forwards, and of course, users that want to ensure that the swaps and transactions that they're completing are confidential. We saw obviously a positive impact to this, both at the conference and afterwards. What else did we go through whilst we were there? So yeah, obviously confidential AI, and of course the release of near.com. So I don't know if you've had a chance to check it out yet, but near.com is, I would say kind of the future, of banking and on-chain banking. There's a bunch of exciting features that are going to be coming there. Again, confidential intents is going to be added. Yield is also going to be introduced in the coming weeks, I believe. And as someone, of course, who historically is from the banking space, this was probably the announcement I was most excited about. The design that the team have gone for is fantastic. The way they're structuring the features feels very Revolut-like. And I'm going to be really excited to see what the team are going to be doing there. Now, what did I do at ETH Denver and NearCon for Aurora? Well, ETH Denver was actually quieter this year, if I'm being completely honest. It's probably the least busy I've seen ETH Denver, and I've been, I think 4 years back to back now. But the attendees that were there were very credible, building lots of interesting things. And really, my focus there was two things. The first one was, of course, introducing near intents widget to as many projects as possible. And I'm pleased to say that we got a lot of interest from projects, and several of which are already starting the integration process on our side. Now, secondly, what I was looking at is what gaps still exist and how we can better improve cross-chain functionality, both through the near intents widget and through our other products. And I've got some great insights and some really good projects, and of course met with some of our partners. So I met up with R2, for example, that drive the community engagement within our Discord channels. And I also met with a couple of our investors and other partners. So all in all, ETH Denver was great. But the highlight for the last week for me really was NearCon. It really was well delivered. There were some great talks there. We heard from the Intents team. We heard from the Near AI team. So again, another thing that was mentioned, which isn't really covered on this list actually, but they're introducing a new kind of financial AI assistant within near.com. So people can actually be maximizing their portfolios rather than sitting it there and, of course, hoping the market's going to increase. If you're like me, you check your wallet every day and hoping to see green after weeks of red. So yeah, the release of this financial AI assistant, I think, is going to be extremely valuable. Now, in terms of Aurora, we obviously had the unveiling of the swap widget, which was on Crypto Daily. So if you haven't had a chance to read that, please do. I also gave a talk at NearCon in relation to the Near Intents widget, how it works, what you can do, what we're going to be offering there. So please do check out that video. It's available on YouTube, and we'll make sure it's shared on X. Actually, there was a lot of good side talks as well, which was in the Near Labs room, which I definitely recommend having a listen to as well. So I touched upon this earlier, but the Near Intents fee switch is now live. So revenue sharing model works with all distribution partners. I can see that there's already some questions on this, which I'll be covering at the end of today's Alpha Leaks. So please hold fire. But if there's any other questions, as always, please post them now. Talked about confidential intents, of course, but this is going to be a huge part, I think, of what every major project in the Near ecosystem is going to be working on over the coming months. Aurora is no exception. Of course, as the builders of the Near Intent swap widget, confidential intents will play an important part of our future roadmap as well. Now, onto the meme clash. Obviously, I missed last week, so I don't know who won, but let's have a quick look. Okay, so major laser overcoming every obstacle. Something getting alpha from me. Well, to be fair, actually, I was more talkative than ever before last week. So hopefully, you did see some of the videos I posted on X. Still waiting for me. It's been 84 years. Yeah, I mean, look, I laugh, but I think I've touched upon this in a number of our alpha sessions. Unfortunately, launchpads really are subject to the market. You know, we are the infrastructure and technology provider. We don't get to mandate when projects are going to launch. Obviously, I've been hinting and talking about this big launch that we've been working on, you know, since the start of January. That is still ongoing. We're still trying to lock down that date. And as soon as I have news, I will, of course, update. What else have we got? The Queen calling Declan to ask when the new meme code sale drops. Okay, Craig, I'm going to give you one of the prizes there, just because as a Brit, I was a big fan of Her Late Majesty the Queen. So yeah, Craig, you are one of our winners. Bitcoin balls waiting for meme coin on Calyx. Yeah, I think we're all waiting on that one now. Juicy Alpha Leaks. Yeah, so people are starting to understand, I think, the positions and prizes that I award and the things that I like. What else have we got? I want that cat. I love that cat. Okay, thank you, BTC Venturer. You've got more chances to get alpha. Okay. Jotting down all the alpha. What's this? Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm sure Alex would love that one. Okay, let's see who else we've got. Patiently waiting for Calyx. Yeah, and Immortal. Joy for mood because I can't wait for the next meme coin on Calyx. I think we've got one more. Yeah, from Galileo. I know there's one more here as well, Mr. Bean. Okay, is that all of them? Yes, it is. Okay, so Craig, you've obviously won. Where was that Titanic one? Who was that? Let's have a look. Kevin, you're my second winner. And let's have a look. Yeah, Zane, I'll give you the third one just because, you know, nice and interesting. Okay, so congratulations to our 3 winners this week. Now, there was one more update. And that is, of course, Hacko. So Hacko are using the Near Intents Widget Studio. I don't need to go into details myself on this because I'm very pleased to actually welcome, you know, Alex and Roman from the Hacko team, who are here on Alpha Leaks today to give us the lowdown of what they're doing, how they're using Near Intents. So Alex and Roman, welcome.
Hey everyone.
Yeah, welcome, guys. Great to have you with us. Thank you for joining this Friday. So, Hako,
Thank you.
hearing a lot about you guys. Obviously, we've been posting quite a bit as well. You're one of our flagship project launches for the Near Intense widget. But for obviously people listening in, could you give us a breakdown of who you are and what you do?
Yeah, for sure. But I think for now we will be pivoting to meme coin to launch on Calyx. I really enjoyed the the memes by the community. Yeah, super excited to work with you guys and to be partners. And yeah, a couple of words about us. So here we have Roman and me. We're the co-founders of Hakko. I've been in crypto for I think 4 years full time, mostly as a CMO, and Roman has a huge development background and worked at Revolut. And yeah, here we are, and I'd love to tell you what is Hago. So basically, Hago is an ecosystem of AI-powered financial strategies that help you earn in DeFi automatically. And it works really simple. You just come to Hago and choose the strategy you like, deposit your assets, and it basically handles all the rest. Providing the best APY and keeping your liquidity in the most profitable liquidity pools that are available at the moment. And I think I can share my screen for a second here to show you the first strategy, which is already live. Yeah, let me check yeah, found it. Perfect. Yeah, and we already have the first strategy live, which is fully stablecoin strategy. It's the safest strategy we have, and it has been delivering for a few months already a great APY on the most widely used and trusted stablecoins, which are USDT, USDC, and DAI. And you can see the over a month period of average APY, and it's been 6, 7, 8% APY. And on this market, these are great numbers and a lot higher than the competitors have here. And the secret is that we constantly do the reallocation of assets, and wherever you put into Harco, we constantly optimize your assets and put them in the best performing pools in DeFi, because it's really a big problem and an issue in DeFi to have your assets parked somewhere, and whether sometimes the project provides a great opportunity, but then incentives run out and then you have to reallocate your liquidity. So here it is managed automatically. And yeah, the best thing is that you can deposit with any tokens you have, because we work with Near Intense. You can deposit Solana, USDC, USDT, Tron. So everything, it is really removes a lot of friction for the new users to the protocol and to DeFi as a whole, because it's been a huge problem that projects, I think, tend to ignore. They try to create the friendly environment within the project and within the flow of what you do, but they usually ignore how users can come to them and how can they deposit, because the deposit process for a new user and swapping everything in DeFi, it is really a big problem and a lot of uncertainties there. So yeah, and as I said, this is how we do the reallocation, and it is really became possible because we work on Near Intense, and Near Intense being the layer that is managing all the swaps and everything, and it is effective because of Near Intense. Because if we try to do that on normal bridges and everything, it would be lost within the fees, and profits would not be so sufficient. And yeah, and because of Near Intense, we are very flexible. As you can see, I showed you that different tokens that you can deposit with. And 1 second, let me stop sharing my screen. Yeah, okay, perfect. First time I'm using this live streaming thing. Yeah, because of Near Intents, we are really flexible and can deploy different strategies based on Ethereum, BTC, concentrated liquidity, and create custom strategies with our partners. And right now we are finalizing our API so that our future partners can connect Hako and add an additional selling point to what they have as a project, because here we can seamlessly create a value add to whatever assets their users have, and safely provide high APYs on the stable coins that they have. And yeah, and one more update from me is that with all this NearCon and the great updates that we've seen from Near, we decided to quietly drop the link to the app yesterday on our X profile. We've been testing it with testers that we have by ourselves for a couple of months, and it's been doing great. No major bugs. Then we wanted to let more people in to see what we have. Please mind that it is a beta, but I think we already have a lot to show and to interest people. And I think the basic layer of interest is that we can deliver 8% APY on the safest stable coins that there are in crypto, without any shady tokens as the collateral, no questionable liquidity pools, because we whitelisting them by ourselves, and to have it effectively managed.
Well, you've pretty much covered the next 6 questions I was going to ask you as well. Might as well have just left and let you host it yourself. So yeah, thanks for that. Keeps my life easy. Well, look, obviously you guys are the first project that we've really kind of showcased the Near Intents widget for, and the first that we've had kind of actively using it on Alpha Leaks. So, for other builders that might be watching this now, can you kind of walk them through what the process was like for integrating the swap widget? Was it easy? Were there any challenges? Was there anything that surprised you, in a positive way?
Roman was the guy that integrated it. By my experience working with him, I can assure that integrating Near Intents was not a challenge at all. It was, I think, it was really easy, and the challenges were somewhere else. And working on Near Intents and creating this architecture based on Near Intents, I think it was easier, because we managed to create an MVP and the first working strategy really quickly. But maybe Roman, you can add something to that.
Yeah, so probably we've integrated the first version of Near Intents widget, and we found some bugs, and probably it was related to UI and some minor stuff, but overall, I think for now, Near Intent widget is easy to integrate to any DeFi or the app project, and it's easy to step it on any website which can accept wallet connection.
Amazing. No, that's great. And obviously, it's this weekly is called Alpha Leaks. Can you share any alpha from what you guys are going to be releasing over the next few weeks?
Over the next few weeks, we're going to be polishing with whatever we have right now, and I don't know. The main alpha, I think, is that we are part of the great ecosystem, and the ecosystem can support the projects that launch within it, and we are happy to be partnering on the liquidity side with Near Intents as well in the future, because we've been in talks, and it's looking great for us right now.
No, amazing. Well, look, let's see if we have any questions from people on here. So we've got a few questions actually from Fox. Okay, so first question. My experience with the liquidity pools is that providers lose money. All the profit goes to arbiters. I don't trust LP yields at all. Okay, guys, how can you answer that and provide some reassurance there?
Yeah, of course. If we use the different protocols that there are, and we are reallocating liquidity within the different protocols. These protocols can be subject to some issues, even if it's not us. But this we mitigate by splitting, like our deposits and the user deposit is never in one protocol. It always split it in different percentages within 5 or 6 protocols, and we are whitelisting these protocols by ourselves, by the different criteria, and by our engine as well, because we have I think 2 million liquidity in a certain liquidity pool. We check the average APY, that the partner and the protocol is trusted, that there are no exposure to different tokens as a collateral in this pool. So here we manually check all the liquidity pools that are used for the provision of liquidity. So yeah, the DeFi can be risky, but there are a lot of ways to make it a lot safer.
Okay, no, great, thank you. Obviously, I have to post this. So my 8-year-old my 8-year-old listens to these. I don't, bless him. I don't understand.
I'm sorry.
He will understand this. He will understand this. Every day I hear the 6, 7. You know, even my 3-year-old does it, and she has no idea what she's doing. Okay, so we have another one. There's a wait list. Give me access. Is there a way they can access? Although looking further down in the questions, it looks like they might have overcome that. Okay, we have a question from 7th Alpha. Is there any security in place to mitigate hacks and exploits? How do we stay up to date with your project?
First of all, the security, we've passed a few, simple audits that are AI audits, but they're not something that you should be hyped about. But we are choosing right now an audit partner for the future, and we will be audited to provide more security, proofs of our security. And to stay up to date, you can just follow our X profile. Is the only page that we have right now. We decided not to create a lot of resources like Discord, Telegram. We decided to have it left for the future. And yeah, there was a question about the waitlist. You can go to our website and sign up for the waitlist, but you can already access a public version of a beta, which is live on our X page.
Okay, perfect. And I think there's one other question there. Just can they connect their Near wallet as they use Interior and Meteor? Was the other question I saw there.
Yeah, so okay. I can answer. For now, we support only EVM chains. So like Base, Arbitrum, Ethereum mainnet. And our next plan is to support Near and Solana network.
Okay.
So this ecosystem can integrate Hako.
Okay, fantastic. Alex, Roman, thank you very much for joining. Really appreciate your time and walking us through. For everybody watching, please do follow Hako. We, of course, will post updates as they share them with us. But look forward to seeing what you guys are doing. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. And now I'm just going to have it up.
Thank you.
Do we have any other questions? Okay. Obsidian, shouldn't Near Intent's priority be towards high utility tokens with huge trading volumes over tokens like Pengu? Yeah, I mean, so the Near Intent's team absolutely are prioritizing tokens with that have high utility, and I think the volume kind of speaks for itself on that one. But there are, of course, other kind of rationales and kind of strategic decisions that are made around the listing of various tokens. But tokens are being added, almost on a weekly basis, if not quicker. And if there's not one that you can see that you need, please do let us know and we can make sure that it's added. Okay, so Saeed, is there any significant development after NearCon? So yeah, obviously Near released a load of updates. On our side, of course, we launched the widget just before NearCon. That's been kind of the core focus for us in Q1. What I can tell you, because I can see another question is here from Immortal, any alpha we should hold on to. So we will absolutely be supporting confidential intents, through the swap widget, meaning all of our users and all of our builders will be able to have confidential swaps within the widget as well in the very near future. There is also an exciting development that we're working on internally at the moment. I can't share it yet. But as soon as I can, you will be the first to hear it here on Alpha Leagues. So I think that is a wrap. I think I've covered all the main questions there. If I've missed you, apologies, but we are slightly over time. Have a fantastic weekend. It's great to be back. It's great to speak to you all. And I look forward to speaking to you next week on next week's Alpha Leagues. Take care. Goodbye.